Hey, bro, can I grab your bush?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Right on. Thanks, bro. Hey, bro, can I grab your bush too?
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Now I can grab my own bush. Saipan, it's time to grab your bush. Pick up a 12-pack of ice-cold bush, and you're in for more than just a refreshing beer. Every 12-pack gives you a chance to win exclusive bush gear and more. So don't wait. Swing by your favorite store, grab your bush, and join the fun. Because here in Saipan, the best moments are even better with Bush. Grab your bush today.
AP News. I'm Ed Donahue. The House voted overwhelmingly to pass a bill to force the Justice Department to publicly release its files on the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
The yeas are 427. The nays are 1.
It's an effort that has struggled for months to overcome opposition from President Trump and Republican leadership. It got the backing from Georgia Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Watching this actually turn into a fight has ripped MAGA apart. And the only thing that will speak to the powerful, courageous women behind me is when action is actually taken to release these files.
At the White House, President Trump says he has nothing to do with Epstein.
It's a hoax. Now, I just got a little report, and I put it in my pocket, of all the money that he's given to Democrats.
Epstein killed himself in a Manhattan jail while awaiting trial in 2019 on charges he sexually abused and trafficked underage girls. Senate Republican leader John Thune says they will try to pass the Epstein bill quickly and send it on to President Trump. Federal investigators say 2 electrical blackouts, one caused by a loose wire, another by problems with a fuel pump, disabled the controls of a huge cargo ship before it crashed into Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge. Bridget Quinn is with the NTSB.
Staff found that larger vessels pose risks and challenges to maritime safety due to their reduced maneuverability and restricted waterways.
The bridge collapsed last year, killing 6 construction workers. Authorities say a man doused a woman with fluid and set her on fire on a Chicago L train, leaving her in critical condition. AP News. I'm Ed Donahue. Epstein killed himself in a Manhattan jail while awaiting trial in 2019 on charges he sexually abused and trafficked underage girls. Senate Republican leader John Thune says they will try to pass the Epstein bill quickly and send it on to President Trump. Federal investigators say 2 electrical blackouts, one caused by a loose wire, another by problems with a fuel pump, disabled the controls of a huge cargo ship before it crashed into Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge. Bridget Quinn is with the NTSB. The bridge collapsed last year, killing 6 construction workers. Authorities say a man doused a woman with fluid and set her on fire on a Chicago L train, leaving her in critical condition. National Public Radio will receive approximately $36 million in government funding to operate the nation's public radio interconnection system under the terms of a court settlement. More information at apnews.com. This is AP News. Israel is endorsing the Trump administration's blueprint to secure and govern Gaza, but some Gaza Palestinians are not so sure.
This resolution is a landmark because it speaks about the rehabilitation of Gaza, and it speaks about an international force that will uproot the Hamas militants.
Meanwhile, in Gaza, Alam Mohsen, a Khan Yunis resident, tells the AP that he's skeptical of the plan for Gaza's future. And Hassan Zanoun from Rafah says positive things are that we can rest from the war and the difficult situation we're living in. The negative points are that we're facing, as Palestinians, international forces with a bad reputation, by way of reference to the recent Iraqi experience. The UN vote's endorsement of the 20-point plan builds on the momentum of the fragile ceasefire the president helped broker with allies. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at NMICrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
As the day unfolds with laughter and cheer, Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas, together we ignite. So join the palm trees, we dance through the days. Rhythm and soul, in so many ways. Together we rise through the moments we share. Good morning, Marianas, feel the love everywhere. Wake up to the sunshine in the morning light. Good vibes all around, everything feels right. Brad on the show, bringing joy to our day. Into the Marianas breeze, let the worries drift away. Yeah, that was the air. Our connection grows stronger. We show that we care. Rock on, feel the soulful flow. Good bright morning, Mariana, that's where you belong. The sweet island breeze and the ocean's embrace. Brad's got the stories, sunlight behaves. Southside meditated, fall in this ride. Yeah, we're shining with love as our guide. So raise your voices high, let the music play on. Good morning, Marianas, we're where you belong.
Nina's Kitchen, so delicious. I need a burger and a soda with it. It tastes so great, got me so addicted. Let's hop in the car, gotta go and get it. Nina's Kitchen, so delicious.
Good morning, Marianas. It is 7:46 in the morning. It is hump day. That's right. You survive Taco Tuesday and roll right in to hump day. My goodness, what a day it is. It's beautiful outside. It's what we're hoping for. It's what we want to get all the time. And man, and we are getting it too, because it is just gorgeous outside right now. It is 82 degrees out here in Saipan, the picture perfect day that you want. Every tourist wants this on their postcard photos that they end up sending home later, because this is absolutely exactly what everybody wants when they get out there. Good morning. It's mostly sunny skies today. High near 87. It's going to be a bit breezy, gusts as high as 22 miles per hour, but it's going to be just fine throughout the day. And tonight's going to be a nice night too. It's just going to be like today without all the sun. And there's going to be a little bit more breeze tomorrow as well, as we're looking at the breezes starting to pick up all the way up to like 25 miles per hour. So it happens. It happens. Yeah, I know, Tobot. He's like, hey, it looks like there's an angel wing over your head. Well, I mean, that's it. That's it. I could zoom in a little bit further so you guys don't see it. But that is part of the lights up here. Watch this. Woo! Now you can see less angel wing. Now it's just like a little bit of a Cheshire cat smile going on right now. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. But we are going to have great weather throughout the week, and we're really excited about that. Can't beat that at all. And we hope to bring you some really good stuff today. But first of all, I want to tell you about something, because, you know, we played the Ena's Kitchen song. We love Ena's Kitchen. They do regular lunches like it's going out of style, all their specials every day. What are you going to get? What's the special today? It doesn't matter. It's going to be awesome. It's only $8.50. And, man, I'll tell you what. They are great. I get the special, and then you usually get to choose between the macaroni salad, the rice, or the kimchi. I'm a total 50-50 mac salad kimchi guy every time I go in there and get it. And they'll do it for you too. It's great. You're not gonna get the rice. I know. That's blasphemy. I know, but it's just so good. Like, anyone can make rice, but can you make their mac salad? No. And with kimchi, forget it. That's like next level stuff. They should just call it Kyle Hucka lunch, because it's such a great deal. It is next level. Anyway, I'm a big fan of what they got going on over there. But for Thanksgiving, you can get something even better for the whole family. I mean, because Enos Kitchen, I imagine, I haven't talked to them about whether or not they're going to be open for Thanksgiving, but I'll tell you who is going to be open for Thanksgiving. Great Harvest. So you can celebrate the season with the Thanksgiving packages, specials, sandwiches, goodies, and drinks. Whether you're hosting, gifting, or just craving something freshly baked, Great Harvest has you covered. Stop by Great Harvest today and taste the goodness of the holidays. Great Harvest. They're right down there in CK. You can't meet them. They're attached to the Surf Rider Hotel, and which is right around the corner from Surf Club Restaurant. And we love those guys. They love us too. And man, I'll tell you, I know it's not Thanksgiving related, and it's not one of the specials right now, but they have the best BLT. You can't prove me wrong. If you want to challenge the awesome BLTs that they have at Great Harvest, bring it on, because I don't think you can do it. I mean, there's a reason why they're called the best BLT. They have won the award, CK's best BLT. It should be a precinct 2. It should be a precinct 2 challenge. Who can make the best BLT? I'd be down for hosting one of those challenges. Actually, no. I would rather judge the challenge. You got it? I know it's a sacrifice. I'm willing to take that sacrifice and make it for the good of our community, for freedom, for democracy. I will eat those bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches from Great Harvest, and anyone else who wants to bring them. There was a big grilled cheese fundraiser years ago that was a big hit. And I think, was that for like Saipan Cares or one of the pet things? Maybe it was for the precursor to that, Pause. But I loved the grilled cheese contest. I got to be the host for that also. That means I got to eat all kinds of grilled cheese. And I got to try different ways of making grilled cheese that I brought with me afterwards. The food was so good that, now have you ever tried adding a pickle slice to your grilled cheese? I never, ever in a million years would have thought about it. Well, because of that, I have. Anyway, guys, we got a big show to talk about today. Yeah, we got some big topics to hit and all that. But before we get to all of it, we want to make sure that you're able to get to where you need to go out there on the roads today. So let's take a look at traffic this morning with our good friends over at Transit CNMI. That's right, Transit CNMI. It's not Transit CNMU, it's Transit CNMI. And you can see you got to keep your eyes on the road right now, because there's a whole lot of traffic out there through Aslito, all the way back from Tune Joaquin Doy, making its way to Shell Dandan. There's bula traffic. I'm telling you, there's a lot of it out there, and it's going in every direction too. So you're not going to have a whole lot of fun. Okay, to be fair, it's really going toward Shell Dandan, not away from Shell Dandan. Everybody's there. And then when you start heading north also, when you start heading down the hill, there's going to be a little bit of traffic when you try to get past Jota and Dandan. The good news is that most people should be to work over there by now. Maybe not, but they're still making their way there. Let's take a real quick look down the hill as we pass NMC. Everything's looking mighty fine. Everything looking lean, mean, and green, kind of like the juices I'm drinking lately. Everything on Beach Road's looking mighty fine too. The only time you start getting any static at all is when you get over by Hopwood, and Hopwood's not even that bad today. Gotta love it. All right, so now that we're getting past that craziness that is Chalmon Martinez all the way to Shell Dandan, let's make our way around the back Island Road. You can see over there by San Vicente, there's traffic aplenty as people are making their way over from Dandan over to the place where they used to have the roundabout. Remember that roundabout? Wasn't that awesome? Yeah, I know. Well, anyway, it's not there now. So we're not roundabout, the roundhouse. Let's see. All right, so we're going to keep going over there past San Vicente Elementary School, where you can see there's a lot of traffic for folks going past Nativu Drive. There's also a bus stop in that near area, and that could be a large part of it. But the other thing is that's one of the back ways to get into the school and take your kids and your teachers and all that stuff over there to San Vicente, the home of the Canaries. You got to love the Canaries. All right, everything's good all the way down past Ina's Kitchen. You take a left and you head down Middle Road through Puerto Rico, and that looks pretty good, but we are starting to see quite a bit of traffic in Garapan area. The big light going all the way past Shirley's by and almost to 99-cent store over there on the road. It's called Route 308. Isn't that a road that needs a good name? I think it needs a good name. That was like the DFS Street or the Hard Rock Street or whatever you want to call it. But over there by the intersection by JG Sublime Ice and Water, there's a little bit of traffic. Now, I do have a little heads up for you guys here in a second. As you get by Sugar King Park, by that light, there is a bunch of traffic on each way. Right now, people are waiting at that red light. Not too bad. Guala Rye, same thing. Just typical intersection stuff. But where you're going to see some more traffic is over there at the intersections by Quartermaster Road. Quartermaster Road, does it actually say that? At least it says Quartermaster Road. It doesn't just say Route 308 or 315 over there. But now when you get over to the intersection that matters, at the place where connections matters, I-T&E, you got some traffic in every direction while everyone's trying to get a selfie with Paul Guerrero this morning. They are probably not paying attention to the road. And who could blame them? Who wouldn't want to get a selfie with Paul Guerrero? I would. Man, that would be a dream for me. It would be something I could tell my family for years and years and years. Well, anyway, the road's looking pretty good, but you don't even have to pay attention to the roads if you hop on the Blue Line with Transit CNMI. Transit CNMI, the award-winning transit system for the Marianas. They are getting it done out here, and we are getting it done on the bus. Come on and ride with all of us over there on the bus. It's only $2. It's going to get you anywhere you need to go on the Blue Line, from Tocqueville to the Paseo, everywhere you need to go. $2, and it's better deal if you are a student, a Monopco, if you're a veteran, if you're active duty military, or if you've got a disability, it's only $1. That's the best deal in town. Actually, it gets a little bit better. If you're in the military or a veteran and you've got your immediate family with you, you get to all ride for free for the whole month of November. That's right. Take advantage of it while you can. There's only 11 days left. Today's the 19th. On the 30th, that's the last day. November is the day, the month that veterans and active duty military and their immediate family, if they're with them, get to ride for free. Not too shabby. And you can do that Monday through Friday, 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 p.m. On weekends and holidays, it's 6:30 in the morning to 8 p.m. Make sure, though, you pay an exact change, because they do not have a cash register on there. There's not a dude with fat stacks of cash just waiting around to give you some George Washingtons for your Lincolns. No, you just got to pay an exact change. If you want more information, though, you can give them a call at 236-2682. That's 236-2682, and you can ride on the line that is blue. They've got great air conditioning, comfortable seats, it's clean, it smells great, everything's awesome, and also they've got free Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi? My God, I'm not kidding. It is awesome. Be careful, though, out in the roads today, because DPS is out there. I'm not going to tell you where, because actually I don't know all the locations, but I hear it's island-wide. They are making sure that you drive safe out there, and why not? They've got all kinds of great vehicles and motorcycles. Oh, yeah, baby. Those motorcycle wings that they got now are awesome. We did a story about it, and we're going to post it up a little bit for you, but man, it is super cool. When I checked out those bikes, I'm like, I want in. Maybe I'm going to go through the academy just so I can be a motorcycle patrol officer. If you get pulled over by me, I'm going to say, do you know how fast you were going? You're going to say, I'm sorry, I was going like 40. I'm like, yeah, but you know how fast I was going? That's the way I would want to do it on those motorcycles. They are so smooth. They look so cool, and oh my, they have every option available except for aircon. It is really great. They're not air cooled, they're liquid cooled. They're going to be great for all the details that they end up having. If it's in the parade, they can go in the parade and they can go parade pace. They can roll with the young guns and the Matua riders. You know, all the guys who are out there. They can roll and look good and feel good. I wonder if they're going to have those big boots that Commissioner Makaranis used to wear when he was a motorcycle officer. I want to see if they end up rocking them. They're the safe things to do. You're not going to burn your legs on the exhaust pipes and all that. Plus, just kind of set you apart a little bit. You get to look kind of badass when you do that. It is pretty cool. All right, folks. We just got a message that popped in. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yes. This is going to be great. You guys are going to be seeing this post here. Harry Potter. Do you like Harry Potter? Do you, Mr. Potter? Well, I'll tell you what. Marianas Beach Resort Ballroom. That's right, the old Hyatt. They are going to be the host for Mount Carmel's production of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. You can abracadabra your way over there for the second school edition. It's going to be great, secondary school edition. It's going to be December 4th and December 5th, and it's $25 for premium seats, $100 if you get the whole booth. That seats 5, so that's like $20 each. $10 just for general admission seats, which I'm guessing is in the lobby, and then $50 for general admission booths. That seat 5, so that's half the price. That's $10 each. What a great deal! I'm telling you, if you end up going to do it, it's fun for the whole family. It's going to be great fun. In fact, let's put this on the screen for you. It's going to be fun for the whole family. And, you know, we don't have the movies here anymore, so why not go and support one of the schools who are doing some great things in our community? We know that you love Mount Carmel. We know you may have even gone to Mount Carmel. So why not show them some love and go to Mount Carmel's production? Go support the kids who are out there. You know they work their butts off to try to make this stuff happen. And it's an affordable price. And again, it's fun for the whole family. There's not a whole lot of family activities going on out here. Here, let's do this for you here. There you go. That's it. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. And hopefully we'll see you guys out there. We are definitely going. We are 100% going to this. We are excited about seeing it. Every time they put something together at Mount Carmel for these things, it's just a treat. But we've got it. And we're going to be out there with you. We actually have something to read about it. One second. That'd be great if we can get them on here to talk about it, too. But here's the deal. We're going to be posting this stuff online in just a little bit. Mount Carmel Schools Theater Club will bring together the magic of storytelling. Oh, I wonder if we got some kind of Harry Potter style music. Can I find something like that real quick? Do you think it's possible? Let's see. Let's try this. Harry Potter style music. I'm guessing it's going to be magical or something. And we'll see what the good world of AI music creates for us today. While we're waiting on that to generate, let's read this to you. Mount Carmel School Theater Club brings the magic of storytelling to the stage with its next production, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, secondary edition, based on the original story by J.K. Rowling, John Tiffany, and Jack Thorne. Bringing the excitement of the wizarding world to the island. Performances will be on Thursday, December 4th, and Friday, December 5th, at the Marianas Beach Resort Ballroom. The show is a sequel of sorts that picks up 19 years after Harry, Ron, and Hermione saved the wizarding world. They're back on a most extraordinary new adventure, this time joined by a brave new generation that has only just arrived at the legendary Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. When Harry Potter's headstrong son, Albus, named after Dumbledore, befriends the son of the fierce rival Draco Malfoy, it sparks an unbelievable new adventure for them all, with the power to change the past and future forever. The show will be directed by Theater Club veteran and senior Helena De La Santa. According to De La Santa, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child feels special on stage because it pulls you back into the world you didn't realize you missed. It's warm and familiar and hits in a very real way that makes you glad you came. Here we go. By the way, here is this Harry Potter music. Let's see how this sounds while we read this. We're going to keep reading it, but I really want to hear the Harry Potter music. All right, anyway, well, we're going to continue. Vice Principal and Theater Club Advisor Zeno De Leon Guerrero Jr. is equally excited about the show. As he put it, this show reminds us of the power of magic of storytelling to heal and uplift us, especially in challenging times. He's especially proud of the work that the students put into the show, saying, our students have worked tirelessly to create something extraordinary, and I hope people come out to experience the wonder and joy they've created together. You know they absolutely will. Here we go. It's still not playing, but maybe it'll get out there. Here we go. The show's producer and theater club founder and Jedi and college man and candidate, Galvin De Leon Guerrero, applauds the cast and crew for bringing yet another great show to the island community. He says the club's always told great stories, whether they be classics from William Shakespeare, Disney musicals, or original productions, and this show will be no different. Even if it took us about a decade to secure the rights to perform the show. He said that, but it has been definitely worth the wait, and I guarantee audiences are going to love this magical production. Guaranteed. I mean, who doesn't? Like, every single time we get something from Mount Carmel, it's a great production, and everybody loves it, so there's no mystery there. By the way, I'm playing it. Oh, you know what? Here we go. This is supposed to be the Harry Potter music. All right, here we go. We'll keep going. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is based on an original story by J.K. Rowling, Jack Thorne, and John Tiffany, and a play by Jack Thorne adapted for secondary schools by Broadway Licensing Global. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Secondary School Edition, is presented by special arrangement with the Broadway Licensing Global. For more information and rights, we can get you all that info. Here it is. Here's the big deal for you, though. This is the part you don't want to forget after all that other stuff. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Secondary School Edition, will be performed on Thursday, December 4th, and Friday, December 5th at Marianas Beach Resorts Ballroom. Tickets are $25 for premium seats, but you can save by getting a whole booth for $100 for the premium booth. That seats 5. $10 for general admission seats, and $50 for general admission booths that seat 5. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Tickets may be purchased at Mount Carmel School Business Office, and due to limited seating, advance purchase of tickets is recommended. Don't wait! Give them a call at 235-1251 or 234-6184. You can also visit facebook.com/MT Carmel CNMI. There you go, folks. Mount Carmel, they do great stuff. I love it. I've never been disappointed when I've gone there, especially when I get to see John Blanco, because, well, I would love to. Does John Blanco play Hagrid? That's what the world wants to know. Is John Blanco going to be playing Hagrid? Because that's worth the price of admission. That's what everyone wants to go and see. John Blanco as Hagrid. I will pay double to do that if he ends up playing Hagrid. And if it's worth it. That's a good donation for the school. Can you still make that happen? Can he learn the lines between now? He's only got, 11 days? He's got 2 weeks. He's got 2 weeks to get the lines down. I would love to just call him out of the blue. In fact, he's probably doing important stuff over there at the school now. But calling John Blanco and asking him what's it like to play Hagrid in the new upcoming Mount Carmel Theater Club, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. We're going to be there. I'm telling you, we're going to be there. The whole fam is going to be there. You might as well put it in your schedule now. But the other thing is, don't sleep on this, guys. You're going to want to call and get your tickets ahead of time. Give yourself a little family treat. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's Thursday, December 4th, and Friday, December 5th. Either one, it's not going to be too late. It'll be a school night, work night, or whatever, but it's going to be worth getting out there and having fun with the fam. So, again, the number is 235-1251 or 234-6184. So 235-1251 or 234-6184. That's the number for Mount Carmel. That's the number for Mount Carmel pretty much. But you can also get them a ring about what's going on with the Harry Potter show. All right, guys. Yeah, if we had a giant like that, it would be awesome. It would be. Caleb's asking, what's the latest news? Dun, dun, dun. We can get you guys the latest headlines, and you know where we're going to go for that? Could it be? Could it be? Yes, it's going to be our website. We've got the NMINewsService.com. We've got all of the stuff that's making news over here in the Marianas. And here, let me move this out of the way a little bit just so I can see it. And then look at that magic. All right, some of the latest stories that we've got going on right now. The big thing was the effect. Hold on. I have the right music for it. I really do. Because we use this music as the backing for, we used it to start the show today, but we also used it for the story that we posted. That's it. We got a little Rasta going on right now to talk about the Cannabis Commission going up in smoke as Gov. Apatang changing things up a little bit with regards to how stuff gets done for the Cannabis Commission. You know, you wonder, do we need it? I mean, all those guys who are making all that money, that was like the big issue. That's what people were talking about. So let's bring you over there to the story that we got, Kapow. But basically, the deal is that there isn't a Cannabis Commission that's got any power anymore. So that's it. NMINewsService.com. Hey, look, there's me. And let's keep going. That's the story right there. When you find it, you can just click on it. When you go to our Facebook page, you're able to see all these things too, and we include the links that take you there. But anyway, Cannabis Commission goes up in smoke as Apatang shifts regulation to commerce. By the way, is that just a smart move? Yes. The governor talked about combining agencies as one of the ways to make our local government more efficient. So he's able to do that by moving all the regulatory authority for the Cannabis Commission over to ABTCD. There's a whole lot in that. It's Alcohol, Beverage, Tobacco Control Division. I mean, it's basically ABCD with a T in the middle. There's got to be a joke in there somewhere. Well, anyway, let's talk about this. So here's the story. The Commonwealth Cannabis Commission is being stripped of its powers and effectively shut down after a new executive order from Governor David M. Apatang, which transfers all cannabis regulatory authority to the Alcohol, Beverage, and Tobacco Control Division of the Department of Commerce. Executive Order 2025-005, signed yesterday, cites the governor's constitutional authority to reorganize executive agencies for efficient administration. Hats off, Gov. It also describes the move as a response to trying economic times and the need to consolidate duplicative instrumentalities. Ooh, those are fancy words. But the reason why this is done, remember when all these things got instituted? It happened when we had a lot of money and there were a whole lot of people getting a whole lot of jobs and a whole lot of positions that we didn't have before. They got created out of thin air, maybe fat air, and they're there. In the order, the governor noted that in July of 2025, the Cannabis Commission reported fiscal year-to-date excise and surtax collections of $113,000, maybe almost $114,000. Which is well below the cost for even running the commission, which owed each of the 5 commissioners $55,000 a year. That's a lot of money. Well, now it's a lot of money the CNMI is going to save. Under the law, all the duties of the Cannabis Commission are now moving over to Alcohol, Beverage, and Tobacco Control Division. So that's going to be great. And I mean, it's already what they're doing anyhow. I mean, it makes sense that they're there. Because the commission is divested of any statutory duties or responsibilities, the order states that the commissioners are no longer owed duties within the meaning of the NMI Constitution, and that their terms are terminated for cause. Whoa, you know, that didn't go over super well when they did that with the Casino Commission. But it's there now, and hopefully this will be fine. We reached out to John Gonzalez. We did not get a reply, but you know, we'll reach out to the other commissioners if we can. We'll get them what they think about it. I imagine they're going to say this sucks because this was a good job, but it's gone now, and so that's a commission. And that's going to be a savings for the CNMI. It's going to be a savings of, well, that's $275,000 a year. And that's just one thing. Again, falls right in line with what the governor said he was going to do and what that joint meeting of the Congresswoman, the Senate President, House Speaker, the cabinet, commissioners, and the governor, when they were talking about Department of Interior, when they said that, hey, you got to get your stuff together, so we're going to do it. Well, they did, and this is one of the steps that they're doing. And that was not the only thing they ended up doing yesterday, so that was good. Anyway, it says the order must be submitted to the legislature and become effective 60 days after submission unless modified, disproved. I can't imagine anyone disproving it. Not in the House, maybe in the Senate. but maybe not in the Senate. I think the House and the Senate are both going to have no problem with this. But if you want to read it for yourself, the executive order in full is there on the NMI News Service website, which is nminewsservice.com. You can get on there and say what you want. Oh, let's see. I didn't even upvote it. I'll upvote it. Let's see what everyone else says. Yes, there's 3 upvotes. Hooray. Go check out the website and have some fun with it. And while you're at it, hold on. The governor was busy. He had 2 executive orders yesterday. We'll get you the other one here in a sec. But I want to scroll down just before we get to that story. We're going to show you real quick. Those are all the stories. And then you can see all the video updates and all that other stuff that we're live. But look at that. Your RFPs and JVAs are right there. Super easy to see it. And you can't beat that price. In fact, today's our first JVA day. Look at that. We growed up now. We've had other RFPs and stuff like that. But for our JVAs, if you want to find it, it's going to be really easy for you to do it. And when you do it, it's going to be the best price in the world. Okay, I can't guarantee the world because I don't know about the rest of the world, but it's pretty great for Saipan. You're going to get all your information on here. Here's the one from Paradise Dental Spa right now. And you get all the information on there. It doesn't matter what the size is. We're going to be able to put all the information on there. It's going to be really easy to read. It's going to be really easy for you. You don't have to have a membership. You don't have to sign up for our website to be able to read it. So you're going to be able to see it. And the price is ridiculous. What people are paying right now for one day, what people are paying for 2 days, we give you the whole week. And it doesn't matter what size it is. It's going to be super easy for you to check it out. So, hey, if you want to be a dental lab technician, you got a great opportunity over there at Paradise Dental Spa. You can check it out for yourself on the website. Yay. All right, so there we go. That's the cheap plug for that. But let's get to the other executive order that was a big deal yesterday. Oh, one more thing. Obituaries. Since we're there, obituaries are featured prominently here. They're going to pop up here in the news feed when you send them in to us. But they're always going to be easy to find under the obituary section. If you send it to us, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. We're going to post it for you, for your family. If it's a death anniversary, or if it's the actual funeral announcement or the death announcement, we'll post that for free. If you need us to make it, we'll do it. We'll charge you $50, only because there's time that goes into laying it out and for revisions and all that stuff. But other than that, if you've got it already and you want to give it to us, we will post it for you for free. We're never going to charge you for that. It's just not going to happen. And that way you can share it easily with everybody. If you want to look at it later, you can. And there you go. And this is one that we just got for our friend who passed away. First death anniversary, Sergeant Kevin Maritita. And I want to say thanks to Joy for reaching out and sending this to us. And, you know, we miss that guy. And so do you guys, I know. So we post it on our social media, on all the channels, so that everybody can see it and everyone can access it and everyone can remember him, no matter what they're scrolling through. But we're able to post it on the website, and it's going to be easy to find instead of scrolling through like the social media stuff like we normally do, right? So there you go. Guys, I got to let you know about that stuff, otherwise you won't know. So now you do. All right, let's get to it, though. Getting down to it. The other EO yesterday was about the streamline efforts from the governor through some of the advice he ended up getting from the Governor's Council of Economic Advisors about how to streamline our business processing center. And so here, we're going to read this out to you a little bit, and then we got something else for you. We got a follow-up on it. So this is, we posted this yesterday, last night, really. It wasn't during the regular day. Boy, we got a flurry of stuff during the afternoon. So Governor Apatang signed Executive Order 2025-004, establishing a new business permitting center within the Department of Commerce. Commerce is going to have a busy year now with the Cannabis Commission stuff. So a new business permitting center within the Department of Commerce to serve as a one-stop hub for business permits, licenses, and clearances across the CNMI government. Hooray! Way to go, Gov. This is great stuff. Everybody's been hoping for stuff like this. The center will operate under the Office of Foreign corporation liaison and is tasked with streamlining and simplifying the permitting process, reducing paperwork and duplicative requirements, improving interagency coordination, and providing centralized information and assistance to businesses. So basically, everything's going to be in the same spot, and it's going to be easy to get to, and you're going to be able to knock everything out with one trip instead of 14. The order states that the center will support online access to forms and application tracking as resources allow. Holy crap, getting all this stuff online is the best. I'm telling you, it's great. Just ask the Department of Labor. It is outstanding. Under this executive order, Department of Commerce will lead the center in coordination with designated representatives from DFEMS, from Public Works, from Finance, and CHCC's Division of Environmental Health, along with other agencies that are in there. Each participating agency must assign a representative with decision-making authority to be stationed at and readily accessible to the center. That's big. Not someone who's like, oh, I got to check my boss. No, someone who can make the decision right there. That's what you need. Now, they're also directed to secure a physical location for this place. They don't have that yet. That's accessible to the public and the business community. I suggest this building. Just so I just have to walk downstairs. And to work with finance to set up a payment window or a treasurer function so that the fees tied to the business permits and licenses can be collected at the center. The Secretary of Commerce has a month to make this stuff happen, at least to get started, to begin making this thing work, including staffing, coordinating with the agency heads and representatives, developing standardized forms and workflows, drafting interagency memorandum, and understanding and launching the public outreach to inform the business community. Within 45 days of its establishment, Secretary must submit a written progress report. Look, this is great. They said, hey, Secretary of Commerce, pal, you got some work to do. And we're going to give you some deadlines too, which, you know, whenever they pass laws, the one thing that people always gripe about is that there's no enforcement. Well, this one doesn't just have the establishing order. It says, look, here's what we need. You got a month to get from now to get this thing started. And then after you get it started, 45 days, bam, you got to give me a progress report. How's this stuff working? Who's helping you? Who's not helping you? Is this helping the community? What do people think? Is the, excuse me, is the parking crazy? All of that stuff. So, Commerce, they got some work to do. I'm choking on the air freshener that just is over there. Hold on one second. That thing was a little bit too heavy coming out of there. Those fancy Glade, the little things that put that smokish in the air. Oh my gosh. It's like we got our own little cannabis commission. Anyway, on the website, you can see it. We put the full executive order there, so if you want to go through and read it on your own, you can in its entirety. And so we don't just give you a little sum up, but we make it easy for you to be able to read the whole thing. It's one of the things that we end up doing. So hooray, and there you go, signed by the Gov. And that's that part. Those are the two big things that happened yesterday. I'm telling you, yesterday was a big day. Both of those things popping out at that time. And by the way, this has gotten all kinds of people being pretty happy about it because we've gotten all kinds of comments. In fact, we reached out to the president of the Chamber of Commerce for comment. Last night, they put out a press release for his response. So we didn't post it last night, but we'll post it today. I didn't think it was anything breaking, and I was having fun at home with the fam. So, but either way, this is what it is from Joe Guerrero. He said that he's a big fan of this whole thing. He says the executive order marks a pivotal moment for businesses in the CNMI. For too long, our local entrepreneurs and investors have navigated a complex and often fragmented system for obtaining the necessary permits, licenses, and clearances. This has resulted in unnecessary administrative burdens, delays, and increased costs, which ultimately hinder growth. And so he said, hey, there's some good things about it. In fact, let's talk about it. The objectives of doing this stuff is streamlining and simplifying the entire permitting process, reducing paperwork, duplicative requirements, and processing times, improving interagency coordination, that's a big one, and transparency for all applicants, providing centralized information forms and assistance to businesses, and promoting investment and compliance through efficient service delivery. And he says, hey, as president of the chamber and also a client, I have consistently heard from our business community about the challenges posed by the current permitting system. The creation of the Business Permitting Center is a direct response to these concerns and demonstrates the administration's commitment to fostering a more enabling environment for investment and entrepreneurship. We are especially pleased to see the emphasis on interagency cooperation and the planned establishment of both a physical and online presence for the center. You gotta love it. You absolutely gotta love it. And so he's not just the president of the chamber, he's also the co-chair for GSEA, which is the Governor's Council of Economic Advisors. And so he's a big fan of this. You know where I think they got it really figured out? It's almost like Rhoda. Rhoda's got their big municipal building where you got the mayor's office and all those government agencies under that roof. It just makes it easy. It's kind of like college, where you've got all the student resources all in that same area. Like, that's the way to do it. When you've got all those agencies right in there, at least where you can knock all that stuff out. You've got like CUC's up the hill, the hospitals down the hill, DPS and DFEM's down the hill. I mean, like, but in Rhoda, that central spot by the mayor's office where you get all those resident directors in one place, it's a good deal. And, you know, we could probably pull something like that here and it would be a good deal. All right. Well, folks, it's 8:25 in the morning and we can get you guys some more updates. In fact, there was some football that happened yesterday, if you didn't know, if you weren't paying attention. And the Dallas Cowboys were one of those teams. And they looked good. Now, they looked good against the Raiders, who don't look good these days, but that doesn't mean that it wasn't a big game. So let's hear what we got for Fox Sports on football.
Fox Sports Update.
The Cowboys played their first game since defensive end Marshawn Nealon was found dead of an apparent suicide earlier this month, and they came out locked in. The Cowboys dominated the Raiders 33-16 on Monday Night Football, with quarterback Dak Prescott throwing 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers.
Only the second Dallas penalty of the game backs him up 5. Prescott able to step into it. It's got Pickens. Good move. Nice cutback and a touchdown.
That was courtesy of ESPN as George Pickens finished the night with 144 yards receiving, and the Cowboys moved to 4-5-1 on the year. For the Raiders, Pete Carroll's first season in Las Vegas is not going well. With the loss, the Raiders dropped to 2-8, and they have lost 8 of their last 9.
It's Will Kane Country. Watch it live at noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday at foxnews.com or on the Fox News YouTube channel. And don't miss the show. Listen and follow the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
In college football news, James Franklin wasn't out of a job for long. Virginia Tech has hired Franklin as the school's next head coach, just over a month after he was fired by Penn State. Franklin was dismissed in the middle of his 12th season in Happy Valley after the Nittany Lions started the year ranked 2nd in the country before losing 3 straight. Franklin, who also spent 3 years as the head man at Vanderbilt, has won more than 68% of his games and reached the semifinals of the college football playoff last season. Heading over to the NHL, Alex Ovechkin just keeps adding to his record.
Fiala wide of the net, in front there, score! Ovechkin! It's 2-0 Washington.
That was courtesy of the Monumental Sports Network as the Capitals beat the Kings 2-1. Ovechkin now has 903 career goals, the most in NHL history, and has scored in back-to-back games in 3 of his last 4. In the NBA, the Pistons can't be stopped. Detroit won its 10th consecutive game on Monday, beating the Pacers 127-112, and the Pistons now have their longest winning streak since they won 11 straight in 2008. For more scores, stories, and features, go to foxsports.com. I'm Joe Morgan.
Get more on the Fox Sports app and foxsports.com.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care. All right, folks, we're going to head down to the roads real quick, give you another look at traffic to see what is shaking and baking in the Marianas right now. And it looks like there's a little traffic over there at the intersection that matters, at the place where connection matters, I-T&E. But it's not too bad. At least you're not even past the building in either direction. So not too bad. We'll take it. Let's head down Beach Road and take a gander at what happens over there in Chalmpiao. Just a little bit of traffic, not too bad. There's no real hot spots happening right now. Everything looks pretty good here at 8:30 in the morning until you get to Sheldandan and you get to Chalan Monsignor Guerrero, which is the crazy place of traffic right now. Whether you're on Chalantuna Antonia Apa, which is the NMC road. When you get to the CMG, you're going to go SLO dubs because it is slow all the way up until you get to that light at Sheldandan. I'm telling you, both directions. You might as well just pop in Java Joe's and say hi to the folks over there. Get yourself a nice breakfast sandwich. But my goodness, don't expect to get anywhere fast if you're going through there right now. Just be patient. I know there's people who are making left-hand turns. There's a school bus stops over there. Everything. It is just murder on the dance floor over there on the CMG up on top of the hill. So take your time and you'll be fine. Let's go over in San Vicente. Still a lot of traffic over there by the old roundhouse going in both directions at the light by the church. So maybe people trying to get blessed as they're driving to work. Not a bad idea, boy. I'll tell you that. All right. Well, let's take a look over at the Merienda, capital of the Marianas, over there at the Rodeo Drive of Saipan. Sarah Market, Zenu Market, and Capitol Hill Market, all traffic by all the stores in all the directions as people try to make their way up Capitol Hill. They want to get to work. Fan, let me go. No, it's not that bad. You can get through that pretty easy. You might as well just pop in the store and grab something. A little bit of traffic backed up when you get by Saipan, Vegas. Maybe people trying to get a little love by Winchell's on the way. Winchell's on the spectrum. All right, and what else do we got? We've got a little bit of traffic for folks on Beach Road trying to make their way south by the old AK. Well, that's not really a big problem, but it's not a problem at all if you get smart about your traffic and you hop on the blue line with Transit CNMI. Monday through Friday, they're operating from 6:30 in the morning to 8:30 p.m. Weekends and holidays, 6:30 in the morning to 8 p.m. Exact change. Well, that doesn't matter. I mean, how much is it? It's only $2. It's only $2, and that'll take you anywhere you need to go on the blue line. Even better, it's $1 if you're a student, veteran, active duty military, or you're Monamco, or if you've got a disability. And for just the month of November, it's free for veterans and active duty military. Even when they've got their family with them, the family gets the ride for free. Can't beat it. Give them a call for more information, 236-2682. Hey, one other thing, make sure you pay an exact change because they can't make change for you on the bus. I know, that's just the deal. So make sure you got exact change when you're hopping on there. They got free Wi-Fi, air conditioning, comfortable seats, and the nicest drivers that you're ever going to meet. I'm telling you, it's better than your parents taking you to school because they're going to tell you to sit down and be quiet. The guys on the bus, they just do their thing and enjoy it for you. Transit CNMI, it's great. It's an award-winning public transit system that we've got here in the Marianas. And if you can't appreciate it, you just haven't been around and seen what some of the other public transit systems do for folks in the country. We have like a great public transit system that we can be proud of. And man, I'm happy. I'm stoked that we've got it. All right, anyway, let's get back to it and get down to some of the news that's happening here. I want to remind you guys that our phone lines are open now, 789-2323, 670-789-2323. We've got a bunch of messages from you guys on the WhatsApps and everything. So I want to say thanks to you guys. And boy, I love that there's people who want to take some ads out with us just because they want to support the community. They want to get some word out and make people feel pretty good about everything. Ooh, that's the wrong one. Actually, it's not that bad. I can roll with that. But I love that people are reaching out to do their ads and everything. But like we even got recently ads for requests from people who just want to do something during this time of year as we approach the holidays and everything. And I'm a big fan of that. It is affordable. I'm telling you, the pricing that we have is ridiculous. And so we are excited about that. Tobat is in there. Well, first of all, hey, Elena, thanks for being here with us. It's great to see you. Tobat says, if you want to exercise, go and apply for a new business. You'll be getting your walk-on back and forth to finance, zoning, to treasury, back to zoning, and I don't know where to go after. Oh, man, I hear you. I absolutely hear you. I know what you're talking about. Jack Buekas, thanks for tuning in this morning. Great to see you. Caleb, thank you for coming in here again today. Kika Yumul in the house. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Tobot, man, you got your song. Luisa, we're going to work on your new song at the end of the show today for sure. And I'm sorry I didn't get to you guys earlier. Anna Hunt, great to see you. Thank you so much. And thanks for the blessings this morning. I really appreciate that. And our viewers do too. Thank you. Also want to say thanks to Eric Mofnas. Great to see you, brother. It's great to see you in person. Even better. Frank De Leon Guerrero, we had a phone conversation yesterday. He's coming to Saipan. We're going to have him on the show. He's going to perform right here in our studio. This is great. I'm so excited about it, flying all the way to Guam just for this. Marvin Mel Adatidingo, thank you, and good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning. Love to have you guys here. Sophia Benavente is back again. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Justin, yeah, I'm telling you, we could talk about that deep sea mining. We got a lot to talk about with that. I think it's funny, the story about this. Joshua Brazel, great to see you this morning as well. Thank you, my man. It's nice to see you looking at the computer instead of just looking up at the stars. And it was great to see you the other day at the terminal opening for the commuter terminal with CPA. So, and Melvin Mangalonio is with us again this morning. Thank you, Melvin. Luta Marianas was our first commenter joining us. Ooh, actually, no. Slid right in was Eric Mofnas. Eric Mofnas is the fastest keyboard guy in the West. I can tell you that. Anyway, it is great to have all of you guys here. Oh, Wari Carroll, good morning. Wow, from Wari Thai Spa, good morning. Thank you so much for jumping in. Where is Wari Thai Spa? We got to go and find it. Is that in Garapan? I mean, that probably narrows it down. They're probably mostly in Garapan. Let's see if we can't find out where you're at. But Wari Thai Spa, and there's only a few. We have fewer massage places here now. And, make a song for Transit CNMI. That's a great idea, Caleb. We should absolutely do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's talk about the deep sea mining first. Then we'll get into that. I love that idea. It's a great one. But the deep sea mining is a thing. So we got turned on to that whole story not too long ago. And we had folks reach out to us about it, said, hey, this is something that you guys should kind of be sharp about. You should learn about this stuff because this is something that's happening out here as folks look to make a living off of what we've got in our water out here. And I can see that. So what it is, the Bureau of, hold on, let me make sure I get the official thing. Bureau of Ocean Energy Management. They put something out to ask for comments and to get more information from folks here in CNMI. And here, I'm going to open it up. It's by the way, if you want to follow along with this story, there's a couple things that you can do. You can go to our website, nminewsservice.com, where we post the entire Federal Register with regards to this that was filed by the Interior about what they're looking for. And so it says, here's our story. which we took great care to prepare for you. Federal government is asking the Marianas, that's you if you're listening, to weigh in on whether deep sea mining should move forward in waters offshore of the Commonwealth. There's a 30-day window for public comments and industry interest on the large swath of the Mariana Islands. It's just outside of our western reef. It's not that close, but it's close enough where it's a big deal. They put out this notice in the Federal Register that the Bureau of Ocean and Energy Management is doing a request for information and interest on commercial mining and the mineral leasing, they said, in the CNMI's offshore waters. And this is the first step in a longer process that could lead to a lease sale. But they said, hey, this is not a decision to lease. That's not what's going on here. But you know, there's a big conversation about this in American Samoa right now. And that is, they are just Samoa, they are looking at doing this over there actively. For us, it's just an RFI. So they're not there yet, but they might be looking at it. They just don't have all the info. So basically for this one, the short story is they don't have a plan for it yet, but they're basically putting out those little feelers. Ooh, what do you think? You guys like this idea? Are you guys cool with this idea? Ooh, probably not. So anyway, the RFI covers the area about 35.5 million acres of seabed along the eastern edge of the U.S. exclusive economic zone, west of the Marianas Trench National Monument. Remember that, the Marianas Trench National Monument. Oh, we've got a call coming in. Half Days on Tiro, thanks for calling the show. Who's this?
This is David Mendoza, Junior, brother.
Hey, good morning. How are
you doing?
All right.
Well, I would like to, say drill, baby, drill. Come on, let's get it on.
Yeah, wow. It is an interesting proposition, that we would end up having something like this. I think this is going to bring up a lot of folks on both sides of this. Is it going to be something that could benefit us? Is this something that people would just mine? Who would get the lease? Like, what kind of funding would we actually get? What kind of benefit? And then what's the environmental impact on something like that? I think it's going to bring a lot of issues.
I think the EPA could be guiding us on that part, and then we need to bring in an economist and consultant and a good lawyer on that part, especially of like environmentalist lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really bring in a carpentry trying to do plumbing. You feel me?
Yeah, I totally understand.
And drill, baby, drill. We should drill, baby, drill, so that we can move on straight to life, push straight to life, and remove we're in dire need of a some kind of fresh money coming into the CNMI, due to the fact that I don't know if some of the leadership are sleeping or just stealing and living off the belly of the public. So, long story short, Brad, let's go into agriculture now. Since you have done already from the ocean to the land, why is it taking so long for 245 clearing permits for Castillo Agricultural Homestead? What is it that, the DPL came out and saying all these fancy words, instead of making it simple, where and how can we start farming to upgrade our standard of living for subsidy too? Because everything around here on Tinian, the commodities, inflation, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the inflation is crazy for the commodities over there in Tinian. It's
like
tougher.
Like Donald Trump said, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, man.
Man, you are fired up today.
Yeah, I'm tired of this bullshit, man.
I hear you.
Seriously, who the fuck do they think they are? hostage the fucking permit for us to fucking move on with life. You know?
This is homesteads over there in Tinian?
Yeah.
How long is the list?
Well, what are they waiting for? Until we're fucking 90 years old? Are we going to go farming at 90 years old?
Hey, Dave, real quick. I feel you on this. Just real quick, just because I know.
And I'm sorry. It's a profanity.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be a beep on that part. So I apologize, but this is too much already, brother.
I hear you. Hey, just to give you a little.
I hope they hear me.
Yeah. Oh, they'll hear you, but just think about the profanities because some people are watching this while they're at work, or maybe they got their kids in the car, stuff like that. Just something to think about.
Maybe it takes this for them to really wake up and go do something about it.
Yeah.
It's always we need to appropriate $150,000 to expand the road over at Castillo Agriculture and for all other purposes. Focus on all other purposes instead of focusing on trying to fix the Marple Heights 2 road. Unfinished road, brother. We have erosion problem up here on Marple Heights 2 road. Going on to the new pavement, and it's broken. What we try to do here, every time we're near to the election, we do a little bit over there, and then we run a little bit of them, do that thing over there a little bit, just to show that you're doing something. All of our infrastructure here on the island of Tinian is dilapidated, unsafe for the community. Parks and recreation are overgrown with grass, potholes everywhere. What are you trying to do, man?
Yeah,
this is insane. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace, and it surpasses madness already, and we've become to sadness already. You know, it's a disgrace for the people.
You're dealing with that every day, and you're not seeing a lot of changes. Are there other folks in the community who are agreeing with all this too?
Well, they're probably living in denial. All right, man. Good morning, Marianas, and I hope they get that message, and I hope the governor hears this, and whoever is the consultant there, or the DPO, or any what other proper authority we should complain on this thing. It's not a complaint; it's a concern. Let's push it straight to life, and we're tired of fucking surviving, man. We need to live the American dream.
I got you.
The pursuit of happiness. Okay, brother. Take care. Thank you so much. And other people have the chance to call in.
Hey, and Dave, make sure you put 25 cents in the swear jar.
All right.
All right. Thanks for the call. All right. Hey, he's not a happy guy about that stuff. And that's an opinion shared by a lot of folks who are going through the same kind of stuff. Now, let's talk about profanities real quick, guys. You can bust them out. We're not going to get like what you said in there, like FCC. I know we're not going to get like FCC violation or something like that by doing that. It just doesn't happen. But if you could, I understand sometimes they come out. I bust them out every once in a while too. But we try and dial it back. Just think about who could be listening and stuff like that. But hey, sometimes you can't reel in that emotion stuff. Some people gotta let that stuff out, and it happens. And we just try and keep it to a minimum. But the late night shows, sure, it's a lot more fun. You can go for it. When you're watching like Sip Happens or Off the Hill, you can let stuff go. Oh my God! And if we get this other one going with Nick Sablon and the Golfer Boys, man, I'll tell you. Whoa, those guys are not going to be holding back at all. And that's going to be fun. I'm really excited about having those guys in here. Those guys are talking about it. They've been talking about it for weeks, ever since the tsunami, about wanting to get together. And we just saw them a couple of weeks ago, and they're like, we're definitely doing it. So we're looking forward to having them in here as well. So that'll be a language show for sure. No doubt about it. They're like, hey, can we swear? I'm like, yeah. He's like, hey, can we drink? I'm like, sure. He's like, we're going to do it. I'm like, all right. It's going to be fun. We'll put that together. But at least for the morning show stuff, I try to keep it to a minimum. I appreciate that. All right. But those are good points, about, people getting pushed to the edge about not being happy about stuff or not seeing any progress for the same kind of stuff over and over again. Totally understand that. But that's why I think what ended up coming out yesterday was pretty refreshing about, actual tangible changes to our government. In one move, that's $275,000 to get rid of getting rid of the commissioners for the Cannabis Commission and moving all the responsibilities over to Commerce. Now, are they going to be employed by Commerce? Not sure. Are those people going to get the same kind of jobs over there? I don't know. But, all of a sudden, that's a whole agency that doesn't exist anymore. And it doesn't need to exist anymore, I should say, because all of those functions are being duplicated because it's stuff that the folks from ABTCD, things that they do already. So it's a great efficiency move. And this whole thing about the business permitting center, great efficiency. And again, with a real direction about getting it set up in 30 days and then having a report card in 45 days. I love it. And you know what else I love? I love this is not the election year that this stuff is happening, right? This is happening before that. And the other thing is, the governor had already said he's not going to run again for office because he could literally have a couple of terms. But he's like, after this, I'm retiring and I'm done. He's like, I think I've served our community enough. And yep, absolutely you have, Mr. Governor. So that's great. Anyhow, this is exciting about this. But now, again, this sea mining stuff, let's get back to that. What's the deal about it? Is it a good deal for us? Actually, what we end up hearing is that it's not great environmentally, and that's the tough pill to swallow. This would be in the waters of the Marianas Trench Marine Monument. And if you recall, all those years ago, how many years ago was it? Was it 2008, 2009, when they started the whole Friends of the Monument and everything? I want to say it's around that time. So about 17 years ago, the people who are against the monument, pretty much fishing people, right? They were just saying like, hey, we don't want federal control. They're gonna take our land. They're gonna take our islands and all this other stuff, right? So you got that going on. But the environmental people are like, hey, this is gonna be good for our fishing, for our fish stocks and all this other stuff. It's gonna be good. The people who are interested in commercial fishing are like, no. They're going to steal our land. Okay, so anyway, I thought there was a lot of misinformation going on back in the day. But the other part of that, the people who are against the monument, we're talking about, no, if they do this monument, there's all these resources at the bottom of the water, the bottom of the ocean that we're never going to be able to mine and we're never going to benefit from if they do this. We're never going to be able to do it. Same people who were against the monument talking about, hey, we're not going to be able to mine our resources, are now saying, hey, you can't mine our resources. We don't want you to mine the resources. We don't want to benefit. So it's a tough thing. We're talking about the same people here, right? We're talking about the same people who are in favor of it or against the monument because they didn't want to curtail the possibility of one day being able to do deep sea mining. And now they're coming out on the other side saying, hey, we don't want to do deep sea mining. What is it? I don't know the answer. I don't. I'm not the expert on this. So the good news is that we're going to have some folks come in and talk about it. The general understanding that we've got is that for this one in particular, there's not a real plan for doing stuff in our waters. But the environmental impact on it isn't great if they were to do it. So they would extract all the resources, and then they suck up all these nodules that take a long time that contain all these rare earth minerals. You hear about that in the news all the time now. Stuff that make cell phones and chips and all these other things. And then they have all the refuse from it, and they just flush it back down. Now, imagine this is from the depths of the deepest waters on the planet. You're sucking up all that, probably some wildlife in there too. And then you take all the good stuff that you're looking for that you could sell, and then you put the refuse, all the other sediment and soil and that you scooped up, back in the ocean. But you're not putting it back in place. You're bringing it like, maybe halfway down, and then you're saying, good luck. See you, sediment. So imagine all that sediment from an industrial level of mining, just coating the whole thing. And everything else that's between halfway down and the bottom. So it's eventually going to get there, but it's coating everything. And imagine what that's going to do to life down there. I can't imagine that would be great if all of a sudden we had stuff falling from the sky, even if it was fine particles. It probably wouldn't be great for the environment. And that's what we're looking at here. Anyway, we're a long way away from that happening, but the federal government is asking for your take on it. And this is your chance to do it. Your window for public comments is open now, but you got to do it soon. If you don't, you're going to miss out on it. And then when you sit on it, that's where we have the problems, where folks say, "Oh, can we get the extension?" Well, the extension, they often don't like to offer that because it's like, hey, you had your time. So check this out. Again, this is just the RFI area. You see where our islands are, and you can see where the monument is. This is just on the other side of it, just a little bit further east. You can see all those sea mounds and all that other stuff. It's amazing that it's this far away. And the reason why they're doing it is because it's the EEZ, the Exclusive Economic Zone. Right? So that's why this is the area that they've got skirting the monument and everything. So, are there great resources out here? Well, that's the reason why China's so interested in out here, too, because they want to end up doing this stuff, too. So what do you think about it? You got to give your comment to the folks from the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management. They're asking for it actively, saying, hey, what do you think about this? With all kinds of issues happening out here in the Marianas, is this a resource that we could get? I don't know. I had a conversation with somebody who's in this world about not just the deep sea mining stuff, but someone who's being purposely vague about who it is, but somebody who's got a federal position that deals with this sort of thing. And they were saying, like, hey, look, we don't have commercial fishing out here in the Marianas, mainly because of the amount of investment that would have to come in from these fisheries to set up the infrastructure needed to have it here, like all the boats and the docks and the processing and all that other stuff. You'd have to have a big investment. But for these plans, for this deep sea mining, they would not need to set up all this stuff here. They could just come in with the boats and do all their stuff, let's say damage, and go out. So it's more likely, even though we're far away from it happening, and there haven't been those kind of conversations yet. They're just looking for interest and looking, say, hey, are there businesses interested? And the folks who live out here, what do you think? That's where they're at with this, because they lay down all this kind of foundation for just in case. And there's going to be a lot of folks who talk about it. And it's more likely than like what happened with the wind turbines. Remember, they were looking at doing wind turbines in the water. Windmills, well, they don't actually mill anything. They're turbines that generate power. Well, the folks out in the coast of California are like, no, we don't want that in the water. That's crazy. And so then they entertained it in Guam for a little bit. But there's no way that a company is going to want to put wind turbines in an area that's typhoon prone, right? They wouldn't want to invest all of that just to have them wiped out. Not to mention whether the people of Guam would even have wanted it when they were entertaining it back then too. So that ended up getting all kinds of interest from the local community, but really it wasn't something that was seriously considered by the companies who would invest in those kind of projects. With this one, we're still on that very tip of it. And again, if they don't have to lay in all of the infrastructure to do it, is there a likelihood that it could happen? Maybe. But the thing is, do you want it to happen? How would it the economic boom be for the Marianas? Would there be one? How would we profit from it? How would we benefit from it? I don't know these answers yet. This is all brand new for us out here. And also, what kind of effects to the environment would it have? I mean, what would it really do to the aquatic life out here? I mean, the closest place is 128 miles away from Saipan. So, I don't know. We are already in conversations with folks who are taking a proactive approach to the commenting process here, and we're going to have them on the show. Yeah, I'm not in this world. It's like 130 miles away. I don't know what it would really do to the environment. I need to get educated on it too. But we've got a great a 1 hour presentation that I'm looking at listening to throughout the day today at different points. Listen to it on repeat so I can get smart on it from someone who's pretty sharp on this. And we'll get those folks in here too. Evelyn, great to see you. Thanks for tuning in all the way from San Diego. She said control fishing. Yeah, control fishing, that's the thing. We don't have the longliners out here. We don't have the commercial fishing ports here in Saipan. I know there were folks who were trying to make that happen years ago. You still see that building today that's just wide open on Beach Road. But a long time ago when that was happening and people were getting all up in arms about it. But we end up not having commercial fishing for a lot of different reasons, and one of them is that infrastructure. The other one is where are all the fish at? So we end up giving our allocation to the folks who are fishing out of Hawaii, and that's how it works. All right, where are we at in the world? It is 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh my goodness, on Hump Day. That is awesome, first of all, and let's see what's happening on Wednesday. What are you guys doing midweek? What is good to do on Wednesday? Well, I'll tell you, you could go to Enid's Kitchen and get a heck of a tasty treat over there. It's every single day is an $8.50 lunch special. You got to love it. That'll take care of you for lunch, but what are you doing for Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is here, and Great Harvest is ready for you. Celebrate the season with Great Harvest Thanksgiving packages, specials, sandwiches, goodies, and drinks. Whether you're hosting, gifting, or just craving something freshly baked, Great Harvest has you covered. Stop by Great Harvest and taste the goodness of the holidays. Great Harvest. We love these guys. And man, I'm telling you, that's great stuff. Ooh, DPL is in the house. They just dropped a big comment for us. It says, just a reminder that after the Tinian Agricultural Homestead Lottery was completed, the residents of Tinian requested the opportunity to exchange lots. This is normally not permitted, but the secretary accommodated the request as multiple people had asked. The secretary agreed to support the community needs. This delayed the permitting process as DPL staff had to wait for the deadline of October 31st for any exchanges to take place before finalizing 245 permits. It's a massive job, and the team is working hard to get the permits out, so please be respectful. That's coming from DPL. They heard you, Dave, and said, hey, they give you a little peek behind the curtain to let you know about what's going on within DPL, so that's good. As you guys are checking that out. Sorry, got the other screen on there. I was getting ready to put on the news from AP for you. But that's it. That's the update from DPL about that one. So now you know. Now you know what's happening with them. All right, hey, we do have the new update from the Associated Press, so don't go anywhere. We're just going to pump this out for you here real quick. So here you go, folks. The latest news from the United States and all around the world.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. President Trump's giving Saudi Arabia's de facto ruler a warm White House welcome. Saka Magani has a report.
It was Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's first visit since the 2018 killing of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi. An operation U.S. intelligence says the prince likely ordered. He denies it, and in the Oval Office.
A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about. Whether you like him or didn't like him, things happen.
President said he's proud of the prince.
He's done a phenomenal job.
Without offering details, 7 years after Khashoggi's killing sent U.S.-Saudi relations reeling, the president sees the kingdom as a key player in reshaping the Middle East. The two men announced billions of dollars in deals hours before an Easter dinner honoring the prince. Sagar Meghani, Washington.
The House has voted 427-1 to force the Justice Department to publicly release its files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Annie Farmer's sister was victimized by Epstein.
This is not an issue of a few corrupt Democrats or a few corrupt Republicans. This is a case of institutional betrayal. Because these crimes were not properly investigated, so many more girls and women were harmed.
The only no vote came from Representative Clay Higgins, a Louisiana Republican who's a fervent supporter of President Trump. Trump says he will sign the bill if it passes the Senate. Majority Leader John Thune's promised swift action. Federal agents are set to conduct a major immigration crackdown in New Orleans called Swamp Sweep. The operation aims to arrest some 5,000 people across southeast Louisiana and Mississippi. Sources tell AP it's to start early next month. Meantime, the mayor of Raleigh, North Carolina, says federal agents have expanded their immigration crackdown from Charlotte to the Raleigh area. And the Education Department's handing off its biggest grant programs to other agencies as it moves to shut down. This is AP News. Seth Sutel now with the AP Markets Report.
Stocks fell again on Wall Street at the end of another jarring day. The S&P 500 lost 0.8%. It had been down as much as 1.5% earlier. The Dow Jones Industrial Average pulled back 498 points. That's about 1.1%. The Nasdaq Composite retreated 1.2%. NVIDIA fell 2.8% after coming back from an even bigger loss earlier. Markets have been worrying that the huge gains in AI stars like NVIDIA may have gone too far. Bitcoin has also been going into reverse. The OG crypto token briefly pulled below $90,000. It was worth about $125,000 a month ago. Markets ended with even bigger losses in Asia and Europe. Seth Sutel, New York.
And Meta's prevailed in an antitrust case brought by the FTC and will not have to spin off WhatsApp and Instagram. There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
If you see something, say something. And stay anonymous. Call Crime Stoppers at 234-7272 or submit a tip online at nmicrimestoppers.com. No names, no caller ID, no recordings, just your info. And if your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000 in cash. Your tips have helped take hundreds of criminals off the streets in the NMI. It works because of you. Crime Stoppers, we want your information, not your name. PHI is your local pharmacy serving customers in Cagman, Garapan, and Dandan since 1996. Shop PHI Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, and we even offer a large line of multivitamin supplements. Our Dandan location is open weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 4 on weekends. Or visit our Garapan and Cagman locations weekdays from 8 to 6 and 8 to 1 on Saturdays. Check us out online at phipharmacy.com or follow us on Facebook. PHI is a locally owned independent community Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Wake up, sunshine, it's a brand new day. Brad's got the stories that'll light your way. Take a smile on his face, he's ready to share. Share. Good morning, Marianas. Feel the love in the air. Good morning, Marianas. Come join the fun. Together we'll shine like the morning sun.
With the waves crashing in, hear the oceans call. Brad brings the news that connects us all. From the islands to the world, those who try to wish. Good morning, Marianas, the best time of year.
Good morning, Marianas. Let's start the day. Laughter and stories, come what may. Nina's kitchen, so delicious.
I know, it's getting old, but I still love it. To me, this has to be the jam that people get used to because it is. Ina's Kitchen needs to use this as their number one thing. Just put it on repeat with everything. Put it with every post they got. This thing to me is just awesome. I love it. Hey, all right. Good morning, everybody. Just a heads up. We just got a notice from CUC. If you're living in the Naftan and Obdon and Dandan area, you've got an emergency water interruption over there, and it has to do with some work that they need to do for a big leak, I'm guessing. If it's an emergency, it means they're doing it today from 9:30 in the morning to 4:30 p.m. Dandan, Naftan, Obzan. We'll give you the map in a second to allow CUC water operators to repair the main line and service lateral leaks. And if that's happened, it's not a good thing. So let's get in there. It says motorists are advised to reduce speeds and all that other stuff. So let's take a look at where it's at. It's a pretty big area. Let's get you on the screen so you can see it too, instead of just me. This is happening right now, right meow. Well, it's going to start at 9:30. So you see all these areas in Dandan, and it's going to take all the way down to the Objan area. So everywhere around the airport, basically. And you can see highlighted in here are the leaks. Let's get on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 5 lateral leaks that they need. So if they're going to try to attack all those leaks, they need to shut down a considerable amount, and that's it. So folks in Dandan, it's going to be an all-day affair, 9:30 to 4:30. Now, if you want to have some good news about it, is that CUC, those guys on the water team, they go out there and they usually finish before the published amount. So like when they say, hey, you're out of luck until 4:30, usually they finish faster. Because they work hard on it. They're not getting, they get paid by the hour no matter what, not by the hour per project. So they're going to be working on that and try to get you done as soon as you can. So have faith in the folks from CUC who are getting down and trying to fix all those big leaks. Again, look at it. One of them says a main line leak. That's big. That's a lot of work. They got to excavate that stuff. And that means they got the big excavator that goes in there, the big scooper. And then they got to get down there. They got to make sure there's enough space in between. They put those trenching shields if it's really deep. And then they got to get down there and do the cuts. Then they got to put it back on. And it's a lot of work. And the fact that they're doing it is pretty nasty. Oh, nice, Tobot. That's great. Sorry about your luck over there in Dandan. You're going to be the tint man in Dandan, not the showering man in Dandan. If you need to take a shower, you want to fill up some stuff, now's the time to do it. They're going to cut off the water at 9:30 over there. So get ready for it, guys. That's what's happening. CUC, that just came out. We're going to post it on the old website and on the socials here in just a little bit. So that is what's shaking. What else is going on? Again, you guys already gave us a ring. The main thing is that there's the music that we're doing for this. The main thing is that we are able to bring you guys all these updates that are happening right now, and that we've got the phone lines are open too at 670-789-2323 as we're popping around. But we were saying we should make a song for Transit CNMI, and I love this idea. So let's just do that. Transit CNMI is the local public. We're going to try this out. Public transportation. Award-winning. The local public award-winning transportation. Let's just do award-winning first. The award-winning local public transportation system that services people from the Mariana Islands. Let's just see what happens when we do that. We'll take off the instrumental and make that creative, and that'll be pretty much the wrap that we got today. Unless you guys have some more things to talk about. We talked about the deep sea mining. We talked about the executive orders that came out. You're able to see all that stuff online right now at nminewsservice.com. That's all there. We've got, what else do we have for you? Boom. We talked about the cool Harry Potter performance that's going to be happening on December 4th and 5th. We're going to be posting that online as well. We've got information about the Road to Marathon that we're going to be putting out today as well. But again, that big thing that's happening today is CUC. So I got to get fired up on that and get that out there for everybody so everyone else can see it. In fact, we may just wrap up real quick. I just want to try this Transit CNMI thing for you. So that'll be fun. And that's almost done. It looks like it's just about ready. Okay, let's give it a shot. Is it ready? This is Caleb's idea.
Wheels turning under the island sun, through the palms where the breezes run. Every mile feels like it's just begun. Transit's rolling through the day and night. Hop on board, everything's alright. From the beaches to the hills so
All right, love it. All right, that's going to do it for us today, guys. Have a great day, CNMI. We'll be back again tomorrow. Have a great one.